Tes tes.
Tes.
Mas Tara bisa buka dulu.
Oke, mulai. Good evening, everyone. And today we are from the Padepokan Group 3 are going to talk about the coronavirus. Maybe we can start from the first matter is, Mr. Jaya, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Tara. So we are going to talking about coronavirus. Well, coronavirus is something that makes us have to stay inside our houses. Well, it's a little bit annoying with coronavirus, but you know, it's another stress relief for any other person. So about coronavirus is an infection disease caused by SARS-CoV-2 virus. Most people who contract COVID-19 will experience mild to moderate symptoms and will recover without special treatment. So attach a, if corona attached to you, you just need to rest. So you do not have to any special treatment, like maybe when someone have cancer they have to do something to make them better, but coronavirus is like a fever, so you have to do nothing about it. And when did the COVID start? So the COVID is, oh yeah, it's Mr. Haji, you can continue this presentation.
Uh, we, when did the COVID pandemic start? The pandemic and the spread of COVID-19 have been declared by the World Health Organization as a global pandemic science mark.
Um, sorry,
Okay,
but for Mr. Maulana, your voice doesn't sound clearly.
uh, wait,
That's better. You can continue.
okay, okay. The pandemic and the spread of coronavirus have been declared by the World Health Organization as a global pandemic since March 11, 2020, and are designated as a public health emergency based on Presidential Decree number 11 of 2020 concerning the determination of COVID-19 public health emergency on and non-natural disasters based on President Presidential Decree number 12 of 2020 concerning determination of non-natural disaster of the spread of coronavirus as a national disaster until now has not and has an impact of various aspects including health, economic, and social aspects that are both in Indonesia. In this case, based on the consideration of the constitutional judge in the Constitutional Court decision number 37 PUU 20 and 20, which emphasized the importance of statement from the President on the factual status of the coronavirus pandemic in Indonesia. It is necessary to provide legal certainty regarding the known end of the coronavirus, the disease 20 and 19 pandemic. As such, the President has established Presidential Decree number 24 of 20 and 21 concern, concerning the determination of the factual status of the coronavirus pandemic in Indonesia. During the coronavirus pandemic, the government implemented policies in the field of state finance and financial system stability based on Law Number 2 and 20 concerning the establishment of government regulation in lieu of Law Number 1 of 20 and 20 concerning state financial policy and financial system stability for handling the coronavirus pandemic and or in order to face threats that endanger the national economy and or financial system stability in the law. The law regulating the state budget after going through uh, going through the legislative process with the House of Representatives include approving the allocation of the budget and determining the budget deficit limit for handling the coronavirus, the CRC 20 and 19 pandemic, and its impact and after society consideration from the regional representative council and other relevant law and regulation in order to handle control and or prevent the COVID-19 pandemic and its impact, especially in the health, economic, and social sector. The government can establish a policy mix through the establishment of funding schemes between the government and business and the ties engaged in financing health service and other schemes. So with the establishment of this presidential decree so that I can be used as a reference to always take health protocols to prevent and spread of COVID-19 because this pandemic has not ended in Indonesia. Okay. Oh, sorry Jaya. Uh, nah, next I'm all ready to explaining I'm all ready to explaining what happened during a pandemic.
Sorry, my bad. Okay, so for the next presentation, I'm going to explain about how to know we are exposed to the virus or not. So, to find out whether we were exposed or not, we have to do some tests, but you can't do self diagnose. Like when you have a fever or something that makes you uncomfortable with your body, that you think that you are unhealthy, you may consider that you attach a coronavirus because coronavirus it's a virus that boosting all of your sickness. Like when you have a fever, it can be a normal fever or a coronavirus fever, but yeah, those things are actually almost the same. But the coronavirus has a spreading uh, coronavirus can spread because so you have to be careful with what you're doing or what's your activity because it may cause another person get attached a coronavirus. And then the second is you do a test. There is something called a swab test. It's to check that you are got coronavirus or not. Well, swab test is actually uncomfortable because you know the doctor have a stick to you know put it in your nose and then ah disokro bahasa in Indonesian we call it disokro ya. Well, that was very uncomfortable, but for the clear information about you getting coronavirus or not. That's the only way. Okay, so there is, well, because this is a picture, I cannot change the language. There is many variant, many virus corona name like alpha, beta, gamma, delta, and any other thing. But alpha and beta has the most long term virus, the most apa lebih lama have a long period of time, and delta and kappa is have a short period of time, but delta and kappa is take more victims. So yeah, so impact on the company it will be presented by me. Or Mr. Bintang. Mr. Bintang, tes tes. Bintang.
Okay, hello, Mr. Bintang. Mr. Firman, I think. Are you there? As always, Mr. Firman still didn't active. Then maybe the other participant want to present about the impact on the economy of the coronavirus, maybe.
Okay, sorry. This is actually Mr. Noval time to present this.
Oh, this is the Mr. Novel, but Mr. Novel is
Mm,
not joining our Zoom right now, so maybe he had
I'm
any
going
other.
to,
Okay,
well,
no
I'm
problem.
going to continue. So
Mr.
impact on
Hadia,
the
the
economy.
time is yours.
Impact for the economy is actually pretty bad for the poor people because the poor people doesn't have uh you know like a rich people maybe can deliver online for a food or any other thing because they have money, but for poor people they can eat delivery every day because of the money. Huh. Okay, so the impact of COVID on the economy, the COVID-19 pandemic. Ah, god damn. Give me a second. Okay, so the impact of COVID on the economy. The COVID 19 pandemic and measure to prevent its spread causes severe contraction in the world economy. The International Monetary Fund projects that the global economy will shrink by around 4.4% in 2020, the worst recession since the Second World War. The crisis had significant impact in Indonesia's economic growth and efforts to reduce poverty. So the Indonesian government is implemented an emergency fiscal stimulus package and temporarily expand social assistance programs to help low-income families during the crisis. This policy brief discussed the impact of the economy shock caused by COVID-19 on child poverty and the success of social protection programs to reduce this impact. Okay, there is a lot of economic loss from COVID-19, so hard to find a job, and then expensive groceries, and then lower, a lit, uh, not much employment, and then many unemployed, and then maybe pay later, and many criminal acts from the impact of this COVID. So impact of the education in the areas of economic will be presented by Mr. Bintang.
Okay, back of education in our era of COVID. The COVID pandemic has of to first impact on children and aspect of their learning, health, protection, and well-being. To identify the extent of the impact of the pandemic and to convert on the people respond effectively, the best study was conducted in elementary school, include religious school and madrasah. In four locations to the province Makassar City and Bond District to South Sulawesi Province, as well as the district as Esbat and Nabir in Papua that collection was carried out during September 2001 from children both inside and outside school, parent, teacher, and school principal. This data was enriched by consultant with district and provincial government, village heads, and community members. This research was conducted as part of the implementation of the UNICEF Separate or Learning Program. Final study.
Sorry, what kind of song is that in the background, Mr.
Final study
Herman?
Planet A early 2000 to enable further analysis of the factor affecting children and determine it to
I'm sorry for
extent
the
to
back
which
participant in
that the
Mr.
learning program has
What?
been successful in helping children recover from impact of COVID-19 on education, health, their protection, and well-being. Next. Hello, next. The negative impact of COVID in the field of education. One third of the dropping out of school children are dropping out of school because they are forced to work to help the family economy. To regress in learning achievement, the education office found difference in access and quality during this learning, not only quality and access. Education level also have specific problem, said Nadia. Next, three, lack of socialization. Four, limitation of device or quotas. Five, loss. Next, the positive impact of PJJ. One, triggering of the acceleration of education transformation. The COVID pandemic will come un- unexpectedly could be closure of school in the effort to stop the movement of the pandemic. Instead, the government has implemented the distance education system atau PJJ. A technology-based PDI system currently requires educational institutions, teachers, students, and even parents to be technology because the use of technology in education is in line with the industrial revolution 4.0 era will continue to push forward to many emergence of online learning applications. The acceleration of education technology transformation due to corona pandemic has forced various platforms to launch the emergence of many online learning applications makes learning from home actually still possible to effectively online learning. One application that could feature an early interface status and reliable and is the study application. This application is one of highly recommended PGT solution to use. See plenty of free online courses, free online courses, and starting to bloom with COVID plus pandemic. Many tutoring agencies profit free online courses. Some profit discounts at next. For the emergence of unlimited creativity, the corona pandemic has ideation and research of lecturers and even students are trying to conduct experiments to find COVID-19 vaccine. As was done by UKM alumni, we who helped overcome two threats of mass be making mass the and be rewards. Not only that, other creativity is not interesting thoughts as you language student will become confident silencer of the help educated and public UKM parent and teacher collaboration. During this pandemic, students will currently spend the time studying at home. Where is the required innovative collaboration between parent and teacher to that student can still carry out online learning effectively? In addition, innovative collaboration and overcome various conflicts will undergoing online learning. Will have a positive impact in the world of education both now and the future. Next, 6. Application of knowledge in the mind of family. When our school are closed and learn from home, it become an opportunity for students to apply knowledge within the family, which is just opening a small tuition or by teaching the knowledge gained to family. This plays an important role in teaching students understanding of the science of the means of direct application knowledge that this likely application will have an impact not only to those who apply it but also the those who receive the application. 7. Building a positive mentality. Dr. Ibrahim Al-Fiqi, maestro motivator of the world Muslim, is a book entitled Positive Thinking Therapy says to make positive change in life start with trusting Allah. That's why we will get the spiritual power to make change. After that, replace our thoughts with positive thought. This will affect the condition of soul. Next, how to prevent exposure to virus. Mr. Jaya will presentation.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Bintang, for your presentation. Because Mr. Noval is already here, you can continue this presentation, Mr. Noval.
Okay, for Mr.
Okay,
Milsam.
I will continue. Okay, I will continue this topic. How to prevent exposure to virus. Okay, next.
Sorry, can you speak louder?
Wait. Okay, I will continue this topic. How to prevent exposure to the viruses. Next. 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 Ways to avoid being exposed to the virus, among others. First, maintain hand hygiene. Next is physical restrictions, and then using a mask. Then always carry hand sanitizer. Next, what to do if exposed? Not leaving the house, isolate, eat and rest enough, and then basking under the sun. Next, okay, I give it to Mr. Tara.
Ya
Okay,
moderator
thank
nggak
you.
boleh.
Wait, what?
Pakai bahasa Indonesia. Moderator harusnya nggak boleh memaparkan presentasi. Jadi biarkan Mas Noval aja.
Nah, maksudnya gini, bisa apa?
Oh, oke, aku paham. Oke.
Mas Novel kan nyerahkan ke saya, jadi nanti saya akan apa namanya bagikan ke yang lain juga gitu.
Ya,
Oke sih,
betul.
oke sih. Makasih ya Mas Mirza. Kita lanjut ya. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Ilzam. So now for the conclusion, we can start from the first for the first speaker, Mr. Jaya, to give the conclusion of the topic. The was Mr.
Oke.
Jaya.
Halo. Okay, so I'm
Oh.
going to giving you a conclusion about this COVID-19. So the COVID-19 is actually a pretty bad impact for the economy, but well, so impact for the education. But this with this pandemic, we we used to keep ourselves clean so we do not get sick so often. So yeah, that's my conclusion. So thank you.
Thank you so much for Mr. Harja. Now we're going to get the conclusion from the next participant here, Mr. Maulana. Are you there? Mr. Aji Maulana. Okay, maybe we can go to the next participant, Mr. Firman, Bintang Firman. Can you give us your conclusion about this topic? Well, what about Mr. Mizam? Do you have any conclusion about this topic?
Um, my, conclu- my conclusion is we can protect ourselves from being exposed to the virus in a way like maintain hand hygiene, physical restrictions, using a mask, and others. Yeah, that's my conclusion.
Okay, thank you so much for Mr. Mizam. Great conclusion. So yeah, maybe we can continue to the Q&A section, maybe. Well, does any other participant here want to ask a question to our speakers? Anyone? Nothing?
Well, I have no questions.
Okay,
I'm
maybe
good.
okay. Thank you. Maybe I will throw some question to the participant here. Is that okay?
No problem, Mr. Tara.
Okay.
Thanks.
I'm no
Okay.
comment.
Well, Mr. Bintang has no comment. Okay. So the first question here is for Mr. Jaya that you said that in the previous slide, you said that the economic recession is going to be great in 2020, but actually for myself, in 2023, we have a bigger recession. I mean, from the end of the 2022 and the beginning of the 2023, we have a bigger recession that economic is falling very dramatically. So in my region or province in Kalimantan Utara, uh, vegetables oil and sugar prices is getting more expensive every time, uncontrollable. What about in Mr. Jaya regions in Surabaya, I think?
Well, in Surabaya or specifically in Java, uh,
Hello?
hello. So in Surabaya or specifically in Java, the price of grocery are still stable. So I think what's come to a little bit pricey is maybe, well, I don't know actually what kind of groceries that is expensive in Java, but I think I'm going to say that rice will be the thing that will the price will be go up. Well, I don't know why, but that's in my opinion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Raharja. Maybe from Mr. Firman, I think. Do you have any question to the other participant here? Mr. Mirzam, yeah, I think there is no question right now. Okay, I think that's all from Padepokan 3 team. Thank you so much for the other participant here to giving us a very interesting topic. So we are from Padepokan Team 3 are going to close this topic. Thank you so much for your attention and good night everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye every time.